What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new Dragon Ball Legends video on Dragon Ball Central. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about things you need to be preparing for in the near future with Dragon Ball Legends, because there is a lot of ridiculous content right around the corner, and we don't know when it's going to come out, but we know it's going to be out sometime in the near future. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. First and foremost, we're going to be talking about banners, and I'm going to do all my dailies while I'm talking about them. So the main thing I want to discuss here is that just please look at every single banner with a very critical eye. Make sure that you're taking into account how long these characters are going to be good for. The female warrior tag even is getting a lot of discussion by content creators right now because it's really, really top tier, best of the best right now. But it's not going to get a ton of support in the near future, and it's probably not going to get a lot of support in the distant future until we do get, Kefla and other relevant characters that are going to be re-upping how OP they actually are. And in this case, there are quite a few tags that just aren't going to get a lot of love in the near future, and there are quite a few tags that are going to get a lot of love in the near future. So just try to take into account, like, a Saiyan tag, for example, a Regen tag, for example, are going to be very safe tags to build a team around and to invest a lot of Chrono Crystals into. Even a Fusion tag, there are lots of Fusion characters that we're going to be getting down the line, and most likely in the very near future as well. Just a few months out, going to be Super Vegito most likely, so, obviously keep an eye out for that. We've seen those sorts of trends established in Dokkan, and they've generally been also pushed into Legends, as we've seen with a few events so far. But with that all said, guys, just try to take a step back and think without being emotional about it, okay? Try to think logically here, that there are going to be specific teams that are going to outlast other teams for, the long run, and that if you do get lucky with your dailies on specific banners, maybe you're not putting a lot of resources into, you want to make sure that you're just making your odds as high as possible that those new characters you get lucky on getting are going to be relevant to the teams that you run and the teams that you have a lot invested into. So just try to take all of that into account when you are spending a lot of Chrono Crystals on new banners. Obviously, if you really, really want specific characters, nobody's going to be able to stop you. Nobody should be able to stop you because it's going to be something that you personally want for whatever reason. But, and who am I to say that, you're wrong for wanting to have a specific character in your team or making a specific team that maybe you really want to make. But with that said, we're talking about purely from a logical standpoint, what you're going to be getting the most out of for every Chrono Crystal spent. And with that said, just, take a step back, look at it logically, see if things are going to be coming out in the near future that, or at least, in the future at some point, you have a list of things that you're going to be looking for in the future that will have the tag that you're trying to build a team around. Next up, guys, make sure that you're taking advantage of these raid opportunities or Legends Road opportunities. Both of them are ridiculous opportunities to not only get new characters that you don't already have that are going to be instrumental in teams in the future, especially free-to-play teams if you're not, a pay-to-play player that's dropping hundreds of dollars a month to be able to get the best teams possible. It's a great option for you to be able to get a very competitive team, especially, long in the distance. Again, with these Legends Road characters, they synergize so well. They all have the same additional, Z ability that adds to the Legends Road tag, as well as whatever their main relevant tag is, which, in the original one, the Youth Goku, going to obviously be Dragon Ball Sagas, and then in this case, going to be Future tag. But they all have the Legends Road tag buff as well as whatever their secondary tag is. So just make sure that you're going ahead and grinding those things out, because it's just a great opportunity to get a really, really solid quality, very, very powerful unit that you're going to be able to use in the future that will have a team guaranteed down the line when we get more Legends Road characters. Months down the line, we're going to have more and more of these events to do. So just keep that in mind. Also, the Hunger Raid here is going to be the start of most likely quite a few raids where we are going ahead and just knocking out these daily, very, very difficult battles. In this case, maybe not so difficult, only a level 900, but otherwise, they're going to be difficult battles. You're going to get a lot of resources from it. You can take that into the exchange shop, and then just make sure you're maxing out on pretty much everything that you need to. Obviously, great opportunity here to stock up on quite a few training items. If you look down the list, there are a bunch of opportunities for that. The Gravity Machine Fuel's notable for being pretty much the best ones that you can get from this. Skip tickets, also a fantastic opportunity. You want to get as many of those as you can because they're going to be great for future content. The skip ticket is always going to increase in value, just like Chrono Crystals. Whatever the newest content is going to give you the best value possible with a skip ticket, most likely, unless they make some mistakes or something like that, where you get way too much value out of a skip ticket for a particular amount of time. Skip tickets will always increase in value as time goes on, so just get all of those whenever you can. It's a great opportunity. And then also stock up on those Super Souls as well. I think that's it kind of goes without saying. But Rising Souls and Super Souls going to, once you run out, be a little bit difficult to stock up on very quickly without, a lot of adventures and cycling through those as fast as possible. Even when you're doing that, actually, it's going to be difficult to keep up on whatever the newest Rising Souls and Super Souls are. So just whenever, you're watching this video, there might be, if it's far off into the future, there might be another level cap increase or two. Just try to get as many of whatever the most recent Super Soul and Rising Soul are. Keep up to date on that. Make sure that you're checking your inventory relatively often because, you just want to have a lot of resources available. So when a really, really amazing character does come out, that you're able to max them out almost immediately. Take advantage of how OP they are right in the beginning and just knock out some very, very quick and easy PvP matches. Get some good rankings, get some chrono crystals. It's sort of self-fulfilling, but it's definitely something you want to keep up on as a player of this game. And guys, I would say I would go so far as saying the second most important thing, putting that above keeping up on Legends Road and events like that, is to make sure that you're leveling up all of your characters that you think you might use in the future, okay? So as you guys can see, we've got a ton of things leveling up right now. But I'm trying to get all of my Sparkings that I've pulled all the way leveled up to 2,000. Ideally, I'm not going to go ahead and waste all of my Rising Souls right now. I'm only going to use what I need to. But with that said, you definitely want to make sure that you're taking advantage of this amazing opportunity to do not only half time training, but double XP training, which is just really a great chance to make sure that all the characters you have that you want to level up are leveled up to their fullest potential. And as you guys see right now, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get everything leveled up, maxed out. And hopefully that means that we're going to be able to give you guys some really, really great content on the channel in the future. Whenever any character comes out that can go on an existing team that we have the characters for, it's going to be a great opportunity. So just make sure you're preparing yourself for all the future content by leveling up and maxing out every single character you can, specifically in level, because it's so quick to just throw all the Rising Souls that you need to onto something to be able to actually max out its soul boost. And last but not least, guys, make sure that you're keeping up on your dailies, keeping up on your Z missions, and specifically taking advantage of every event that you possibly can. Look for the really, really high value ones that you're going to get, 100 plus chrono crystals for, and try to make sure that you're knocking those out every single time an event does come around. There are some really great opportunities with this new one in particular, so definitely just take advantage of these, because getting those little 100 to 150, or even going down to the 50 or 20 chrono crystal events and missions, you're going to be able to build those up to a very significant amount of chrono crystals over time, over the next few months even. And that's just a really great opportunity being given out to all of the players that play this game. So yeah, guys, just take advantage of all these opportunities that are being presented to us right now. Get all the chrono crystals you can saved up, and wait for the first anniversary hype and the pre-first anniversary hype to start rolling in. Obviously, we could have quite a few trap banners in between now and then, so try to be critical with your banner spending. And we could also have some really amazing banners between now and then. Obviously, it's been a while since we've had a very, very hyped character come out. Obviously, I think Gogeta and maybe Final Form Cooler were the last two banners that were in particular very hyped. But even in that case, Final Form Cooler not necessarily in some people's minds going to be that hyped of a character. So maybe even going so far back as Gogeta when he did come out. So it's been a bit since we've had a very hyped character. I'd imagine the next one's not too far away from now. So just keep an eye out for that. Try to be critical, and I will see you very soon for the next one. As always, let me know down in the comment section below if you have any ideas for future videos you'd like to see on the channel. And until the next one, guys, peace.